In our headlines this morning, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University kickstarts 25th anniversary celebration. Police intensify search for 5 missing travelers in Anambra State. Federal government to train youth on modern economy. U.S. House approves Trump tax cuts. Good morning. Welcome to our breakfast news this morning. My name is Ijoma Uche. Security is here to stay in Anambra State. In the Anambra, remember that security is everyone's business. And for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join hands with the state government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous elements to the security operatives for better security of life and properties. Remember the emergency numbers, 5111 and 0800 220-0008. It was a celebration of valor, oratory, patriotism, and unity in diversity as Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, COOU, Ibariam, celebrates Founders Day, Cultural Carnival, and awards presentation as part of the activities to commemorate the 25th Silver Jubilee of the university. Queen Anambra reports that the ATF auditorium of the university was beautifully decorated with students dressed gorgeously in various cultural attires of their nativity, representing the 24 states from which the students came. I saw the wife of late Dean Ojukwu, Mrs. Bianca Ojukwu, wife of the late Zeke, Professor Uche Azikiwe, political appointees, traditional rulers, academicians, members of alumni, and others in attendance. Her reports.
Soludo, represented by the Commissioner for Culture, Tourism and Entertainment, Mr. Don Onyenji, congratulated the management of the university, led by the acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Kate Omenora, for worthy while celebrating the Silver Jubilee, saying that his administration has the vision to turn everything around with outstanding investment in the education sector.
Promoting tourism also in Anambra State is shown very well in a grandiose manner by the establishment of the Solution Fund City in Anambra State.
In her anniversary remark, the acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Kate Omenora, explained that the Silver Jubilee is a day they celebrate valor, excellence, patriotism, and oratory, as well as a celebration of their legacies and heritage, saying that the university is cosmopolitan, striving to be a great COOU, and recalled how the institution began and its numerous achievements so far.
The day we are celebrating excellence. Today we are celebrating oratory. We are also celebrating patriotism. It's also a day we are celebrating our legacies, our heritage.
The wife of the late Dean Odumegwu Ojukwu, Lady Bianca Ojukwu, who is also a member of the University Governing Council, said the late Dean Ojukwu was not only a soldier and a statesman, but also an intellectual who believed deeply in the transformative power of education and knowledge, and appreciated Governor Soludo for all the assistance that he has been rendering to COOU, as well as the amazing work he has done in Anambra, and called on more public-spirited individuals to rally around the university to ensure it reaches the zenith.
Providing quality education, fostering research and innovation, and cultivating leaders who are grounded not only in knowledge, but also in character.
Highlights were tree planting by various groups, the inauguration of the Ojukwu Legacy Award, a spoken poem to mark the oratory prowess of Dean Odumegwu Ojukwu, the award presentation, and the farm fair.
Congratulations to them. The Anambra State government has received various medical equipment worth over $200,000 from the Anambra pediatricians living in the United States of America, Associate Professor Odera Wankwo. Receiving the equipment on behalf of the state government at the Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University Teaching Hospital, Amako, Oka, Governor Soludo, represented by his Chief of Staff, Mr. Ernest Ezajoyi, noted that his administration has undergone so many transformations in the state. Correspondent Chibuzo Okoye for other support.
Administration is out to serve the Anambra to ensure that Anambra is a livable and prosperous homeland, even as the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, described the equipment donated by Associate Professor Nwankwo as very critical in healthcare delivery.
And we've seen how hard Mr. Governor has been working with the government in Anambra State. And the youth, if you want to change Anambra, the solution at the Kweba. The solution is where? Here.
For the Chief Medical Director of the hospital, Dr. Joe Akabike, Governor Soludo has done a lot to transform the hospital in both human and infrastructural developments, appreciating Associate Professor Nwankwo for supporting the state government through the donation of the equipment.
Professor Nwankwo, I'm here to thank him. Have a dialysis machine that take care of people that kidney problems. About 2 ECGs machine. Okay, you have ventilators that test of various kinds of respiratory problems. Then you have other machines, really sophisticated machines.
Earlier, the donor, Professor Nwankwo, represented by his father, Chief Patrick Nwankwo, noted that what he has done is to help the state government in uplifting the health indices of the state, as the government cannot do it alone.
Is Anambra State. I'm on a program in Enugu State over 7 years ago. Now, our turn is down. I got said she go and don't eat on in another. And the down I got neighbors can like governor. I won't also know
in Oka, this is Chibuzo.
The Anambra State Police Command has appealed to the public for relevant information regarding 5 individuals who were declared missing while transiting through the state. Reports circulating on social media claim that the travelers who left Lagos for Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, became unreachable after a stopover in Anambra. Human rights advocate Harrison Gwamnishu amplified the concerns by sharing a complaint from a worried acquaintance of the missing individuals. He posted their photos and names on his Facebook page, stating that they had not been heard from more than 24 hours after leaving Lagos for a wedding. According to the report, the group had planned to spend the night at a hotel in Anambra before continuing their journey the next day. Reacting to the developments in a press statement released, the spokesperson for the Anambra State Police Command, Tochukwu Ikenga, said that the police have intercepted the information on the alleged missing persons. Ikenga, however, urged the social media user and the publisher to cooperate with the police and other security agencies to offer useful information to enable them to take necessary action. The Anambra State Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has described the Institute of Social Policy as one of those progressive developments that happen in any progressive institution, like Nnamdi Azikiwe University. Governor Soludo, represented by Anambra State Commissioner for Education, Professor Ngozi Chuma Ude, made this known as UNIZIC Oka during the launching of the Institute of Social Policy. Correspondent Gabe Alokwe tells us more.
The governor said he has brought education to the doorsteps of every child in Anambra State through his free education program from primary to secondary schools, noting that he is working with the United Nations Children's Fund UNICEF agenda towards caring for the children of the state.
I want to thank you and once more say welcome to the lights of the nation from Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo CFR.
The UNICEF representative in Nigeria, Ms. Christian Munduate, thanked Anambra State government for her support and appreciated the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka, for partnering with the UNICEF to establish the Institute of Social Policy, which will enhance research, generate evidence, formulate policies, and develop human capacity amongst individuals and government institutions in Nigeria, and maintain that any child that lacks education from an infant will not recover from it.
What you don't invest in a child today, And as it grows, you will never recover what you have lost. That is why it's an investment. Secondary school, we need to take action today.
The Vice Chancellor, Nnamdi Azikiwe University Awka, Professor Joseph Ikechebelo, represented by his Special Assistant on Academics, Professor Ada Omenyi, thanked UNICEF for her partnering with UNIZIK in establishing the Institute of Social Policy in UNIZIK, saying that social policy will help address tensions and crises between government and citizens.
Eloka Ebunike of Obendida Village, Onitsha, in Anambra State, and Chile Nancy Izogo of Owerri Akokwa Idato local government area of Imo State have officially begun their journey as husband and wife. This follows a colorful and well-attended traditional wedding ceremony held over the weekend in Ogbaru, Anambra State. Correspondent Faith Onyemuche covered the event and now reports.
The event drew the presence of kindreds from both families, friends, business associates, professional colleagues, and well-wishers, all gathered to celebrate the joyous union. A highlight of the traditional Igbo ceremony was the symbolic presentation of a cup of palm wine by the bride to her groom, a significant act marking the bride's acceptance of her husband in the presence of witnesses. In an interview with the ABS, the couple, Mr. and Mrs. Eloka and Chile Bunike, expressed gratitude to God for the successful celebration of their union. They also appreciated everyone who came to share in their joy, promising to love and cherish each other always.
She's my Odoziaco. She's such a wonderful woman.
I love the fact that he's a man of action, not just words. And I love the fact that he has a very loving heart.
Guests including Mr. Olisemeka Onwatu, Mr. Nnemeka Nwokbatu, and Mrs. Chinyere Ozo took turns to celebrate the couple.
People find the wife, find beauty and obtainedness from the Lord. I wish them long life.
Nancy, in fact, she's a blessed lady. That's all I can say. So, they look after the wife.
Cutting of cake and dance by the couple featured at the event. From Ogbaru, Faith Onyemuche, ABS News.
Congratulations to them. The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to equipping unemployed youth with skills that address Nigeria's contemporary economic needs. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Professor Nentawa Yewada, made this known during a visit to participants from the North Central Zone attending their ongoing Skills to Wealth training program in Jos, which was launched last week. The minister explained that the S2W initiative aims to arm young people with practical skill sets that enable them to participate productively in the economy. Iwalda noted that the program targets 10 million beneficiaries within 1 year. As a pilot, 27 participants per state have been selected across the 6 geopolitical zones, undergoing training in 3 key sectors: agriculture, automobile technology, and renewable energy. Yewalda emphasized that the program forms part of the government's broader efforts to reduce poverty and stimulate economic growth. He encouraged participants to establish cooperatives and leverage government initiatives like the Government Enterprises Empowerment Program, GEEP, which provides zero-interest loans to enterprises. The U.S. House of Representatives has passed a wide-ranging tax and spending bill backed by President Trump. The legislation, which passed with a vote of 215 to 214, will still need Senate approval. The Congressional Budget Office, CBO, estimates the bill will add about $2.3 trillion to the U.S. national debt over the next 10 years. House Speaker Mike Johnson calls as the bill once-in-a-generation legislation, but the Democrats say it means it will cost millions of families more and communities will suffer. Ultimate Fighting Championship will hold its first event in mainland China since the COVID-19 pandemic. The top MMA promotion has poured resources into developing the China market and has the multi-million-dollar Performance Institute in Shanghai. But its ambitions were hampered by the tight travel and quarantine restrictions of the China zero-COVID era, which led to the cancellation of most international sports events in the country until the policies were lifted at the end of 2022. Kevin Chan, UFC's head in Asia, said this year's events will take place as August 23rd. Remember that you can listen or join ABS from any part of the world via our website at www.absradiotv.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at ABS Television or follow us on our social media handles, Anambra Broadcasting Service on Facebook, at ABS Radio TV on Instagram and X. Top stories as we conclude this news package. Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University has kickstarted 25th anniversary celebration. Police have intensified search for 5 missing travelers in Anambra State. Federal government is to train youth on modern economy. And finally, from a foreign shuttle, U.S. House has approved Trump tax cuts. Security is here to stay in Anambra State. In the Anambra, remember that security is everyone's business. And for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the state government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous elements to the security operatives for better security of life and properties. Remember the emergency numbers 5111 and 0800-2200-008. And that's our breakfast this morning. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ijoma Uche. Do have a good weekend.